Hey guys, my name is Akosua Castleberry, the Brand Authority publisher, and I'm here with my client Trevor Castleberry. We are going to be discussing the I'm Akosua Brand Authority checklist. So I have, a breakdown of 30 things that Trevor can do to increase brand authority for his business, Castleberry Consulting, and for his brand. All right, so we'll get into it, Trev. All right, so the first thing for the brand authority checklist, Trevor, is publishing a brand authority book. Now, before I ask if you have a brand authority book, I want to just define it on what it is. What is a brand authority book? A brand authority book is a collection of principles that teaches your target audience why they should pursue a specific outcome and how to take the first step from their current position. All right. So, have you published a brand authority book?
Not for my negotiation brand. Like, years ago, obviously I had For the Hustler Volume One when I first started business consulting. Then what was that? 2 years ago, I dropped For the Hustler Volume Two for
Mm-hmm.
investment consulting. And so now with my brand, really being for negotiation, being solidified, I'm writing For the Hustler Three, For the Hustler Volume Three, how to negotiate and get more than you ask for.
Nice. All right. Okay. So, number two is publishing an article that educates your audience on an industry trend. Do you have any articles that educate your audience on an industry trend?
Yes, I went through the brand authority checklist, and so I haven't published any articles at all, but I have like ideas for articles that I could possibly use.
Okay, that's good. I would love to hear them if you don't mind. I would love for you to share them.
All right, so the first one that educates the audience on the industry trend. What did I have here? That one was going to be about. I got I just wrote the title, but the title is Three Red Flags You Must Recognize When You Negotiate Partnerships and Collaboration. But what it'll really be about is whether somebody should, or how to determine whether you should be negotiating a partnership with somebody or a collaboration versus negotiating an affiliate relationship. Because pretty much nowadays, when it comes to marketing, you really excel from cross collaboration and cross promotion. But
Mm-hmm.
there's different ways to do that. So affiliates would typically be an affiliate brand would typically be somebody that owns or controls a pool of people that could be a potential client. But somebody that is worth actually collaborating with or partnering with likely owns or controls a pool of people who could actually be affiliates for you. So it's almost like you it's whatever X squared, in terms of relation and value. But
Nice. All right.
obviously, there's different things you need from them. So that's what I would talk about in the article.
Okay. That sounds amazing. I actually wrote that down as an idea if you didn't have anything myself. So I think that sounds amazing. I do want to ask too, right? So Madison, please keep your voice down. Thank you. All right. So some of my clients are able to write their own articles. Some of them outsource their articles to Amakosua, and so they tell me if they like the article recommendations or not. Are you going to be writing your own articles, or are you looking to have a third party do that for you?
Um, I can write the first few articles, but like as the weeks and months and years go on, I'd be
Mhm.
assigning someone else to do it.
All
Now, I
right.
wouldn't mind coming up with all the ideas and giving them
Mhm.
like what facts they kind of need or a video that all the info is kind of coming from that I did, and then they just write it from there.
Nice. Okay. Well, I do want to just remind you that we provide services to write articles, especially for clients like yourself. And so we can go about that in different ways, especially if you're a client who wants to be hands on and you want to have specific topics. We can transcribe exactly, certain keywords, key topics, outcomes, whatever it is that you want in the article, as well as, just giving you a full article experience with our writing team and our editing team. I just wanted to let you know that before we move on to the other two types of articles. All right. So I like your article for for educating your audience. It's also important to publish an article that motivates your audience to take an action that helps in your industry. So, do you have any, article ideas that'll motivate your audience
That was to motivate them to do something
to
that
take?
betters my industry.
Yes.
Um, I have four low. So I'll read the title and then just kind of tell you what it meant. So four
Okay.
low leverage habits you must quit when you negotiate partnerships and collaborations. And that one to pretty much talk about how people need to start practicing negotiating when they actually have leverage. When most
Mm,
people, don't negotiate until they on their last dollar, or it's they realize, something might just go a whole event may fall through, and now this one negotiation has all its weight and value on it. And
mm,
that's pretty much the worst time to negotiate. So if I could get people to just start negotiating all the time, when negotiate when they got $5,000 instead of when they got their last $5, then that'll definitely help my industry, mainly because
absolutely.
people will be better negotiators.
Mm, I love that. I love that. These articles are on point, Trevor. These articles are on point. All right. And the same applies, it sounds like you definitely want to be hands on with your articles, which I think is amazing. But we obviously, I'm a coastal, we have a team of editors to help bring the articles to life. And especially for someone who's busy like you, who need to pump out 12 articles, maybe you're okay with starting off the first three, but you really want 12 in the end. Our clients get peace of mind knowing that they can just come to us and get the articles that they can actually use and build brand authority. All right, now the last article that's important to publish is an article that entertains your audience with a story of when you were in their position.
Mhm.
All right, so do
Um,
you have an?
so
Yes, go ahead.
yeah, I think I'm gonna just. I have one written here, but the one that's like really on my head is really just telling them the story of even how I first learned how to say no, and
Mm,
that's pretty much from uh, in high school. I had a hard time saying no to people. If somebody asked me for some French fries, no matter how hungry I am, I'll give them some French fries. So I just had to start repeating the exact question they said to me back to them, but like with a little more like as if I'm accusing them. So they be like, "Can I get French fries?" I'd be like, "Can I get a French fry?" For real. I'm like, "Come on, for real." But like that was the first thing I ever tried. Just 'cause I couldn't keep giving up on my stuff, and
yep.
it worked. But really, people just got tired of asking me for stuff because they had to keep going back and forth. And then later, long later down the line, when I'm actually doing studying for professional negotiations, I learned
Hmm.
about mirroring. And when somebody says something that you want to reject, but you don't want to actually say no to because you want to keep negotiations open,
Hmm.
uh, instead of saying no, you could say what they say. So if someone says, the offer is 70,000, you could be like 70,000, and even though you didn't say no, just from the tone of voice and everything, they naturally understand they have to edit their offer, which
Mm.
that taught me, oh, mirroring does actually work in negotiations. Too bad it was it was still just a passive aggressive way for me to say no, so it didn't actually work out. Like it worked because he was asking me for stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't actually what I should have been doing. The real thing, I should have just been saying no, right?
Mm.
Or maybe negotiating for something else I wanted, but really I just wanted, my French fries.
I love that. And
Yeah.
those stories are absolutely relatable. So I have another article suggestion that I came up with based off of your questionnaire that you sent in is worst job interview ever.
Hmm.
What article on your worst job interview? I'm sure you do. I have one as well, and I know every one of us have had a terrible job interview before. So I think that would be entertaining and very very relatable. All right, so now we're moving on to testimonials. All right, so for the testimonials, you want to receive and post a video testimonial from a client, and I'm sure you have because I know you have a lot of clients. But you can let me know if that's something that you need to do or already have.
Well, yeah, I got testimonials. Not,
Cool.
not. I mean, actually, no, I do have a testimony from a negotiation client too, so that works.
Okay, that works. Nice. And I would say the more the merrier, obviously. Okay, receive and post a video testimonial from an industry expert. Do you have a video testimonial from an industry expert?
I'm still waiting on the one from Akosua Castleberry.
Oh,
Um,
well, I did it.
yeah, she told me she did it. I'm just
I
waiting.
did it. I have it. I did it. So now you have it. Now you have it. All right, awesome. All right, next is receive and post a video testimonial from an audience authority.
Right. So, audience authority. Do I have something written here? Um, audience authority. I have Andre Hatchett. Well, I just got different
That's
options,
a
but
great one.
between Andre Hatchett, Ryan McCreary, and actually no, I'm gonna do Urban X TP.
Oh,
They they
okay.
inter- they interviewed me, and I know they have a large following.
Nice. That sounds like a great one. Okay.
Yeah, they
All
definitely
right.
got the following on everybody I wrote here.
Cool. All right. So the next we have take a picture with an industry expert. And I know you're not much of a picture man, but obviously
I'm gonna
having
take.
pictures with experts in your industry helps with brand authority.
Yeah, so
So,
I know I can take one with you, but if we're
of
talking about somebody
course.
that's not a client of mine, I mean, why wouldn't the industry that could be a client of mine? But then I could put up a picture with like Cameron Toth, or I could probably maybe I could get in touch with Mario Armstrong nowadays if
Mm,
he did. But I got some other people. I could still take a picture with like Ryan McCrary.
absolutely. Yep. I have Andre Hatchett as well.
Yeah, he's just in Atlanta.
Oh
Rich.
yeah, that's so true.
Hard to
Nope, good
beat.
point, good point. Okay. Next is take and post a picture. Maddie, lower your voice, sweetie. Thank you. Take and post a picture with an audience authority. Wait, did I already? Oh, okay, that was a
No,
video. This one's picture.
no. The last one you said was with an industry expert.
Right, right, right. Okay. So the last one is take and post a picture with an audience authority.
Yeah, so I could do that with either Tanisha in Queens or the dude Dwayne Delavante whenever he gets back to New York.
Nice. All right. So we're done with publishing and we're done with testimonials. Now we're on to social media. All right. Is your LinkedIn profile up to date and complete?
Yes, I had Dion Watkins, your people, do it for me.
Nice. All right. Matched up.
Hold on, say it again because you starting to get choppy.
Okay. I
Say it
asked
again.
if all of your social media handles or all of your social media profiles matched up.
Yeah, the picture and the bio and everything.
Okay, cool. Next. All right. Into common audience questions live. All right. So I know going live is something that you've probably heard from a bunch of other consultants, coaches, entrepreneurs. We're here to tell you the same thing. Going live is effective. I go live pretty often, and it has helped to build up a lot of content. So, do you have any lives where you have answered common audience questions?
Well, I use StreamYard, so I can just run things as if they're live, and I already have video where I've been live answering common audience questions on like a podcast, so I could just
Mhm.
do that video live.
Nice. Okay. All right. Okay, so the next is holding an impromptu expert or coaching session live on social media.
Yeah, so I got another one doing that on that same podcast. Going through project management for different industries and org charts.
Cool. Maddie, no singing. Thank you. All right. Next is teach an experience based lesson on social media live. So what would be an experience based lesson that you can teach on a live?
Again, I did that on that same live podcast. There was an episode called Your career vision is way too vague," and then I talked about how I was more how I went out about how I went about actually writing the details of what my vision is for my career, from job title to where I'm living at to what my day to day tasks are and how far the travel is and all that stuff. Mainly
Mm,
because it just helped me put together a plan, but without having a specific enough vision, your plan just gets too many variables or too many options. So that's what we talked about on that episode.
oh, that sounds amazing. All right. Did I see that live? I feel like I might have seen that live.
You
Okay.
probably saw it. You just don't know the
Yeah.
name of it.
Right. Okay, cool. Next is create and post branded relevant quotes. Now, this one I know is right up your alley.
Well, yeah. So I have quotes. I posted them, like months back when I was promoting the last book. But for this piece with the branded images and stuff, I got to get them all made. Like I have
Okay.
at least I have stuff that my VA posts on LinkedIn where I had um like text images created, but I'll probably just get them redone on the actual image of myself. Um, so like months ago on my Instagram, I had it where it was like it'll be a quote from the book, and then in the bottom corner it either be a picture of the book or it'd be a picture of me from a photo shoot. Um,
Yes.
but now I'll probably just take the picture from the whole photo shoot and then have a graphic design or something, find ways to put the text on there.
Definitely. You have 100 quotes already at your disposal. 100 original quotes. Love
150
that.
technically because I already
Um,
wrote the quotes for the Hustler 3.
oh, excuse me. 150 quotes. All right, cool. So you already, I think your mind is already aware of all the ways you can use that. Okay, create and post branded relevant statistics. All right, statistics about your target audience pain points.
Right. So the same thing. I have some stuff made for that, like ones that talk about, 80% of people leave a job because of management, and then another 15 believe because of pay, and the last 5% leave because of personal issues. So like stuff like that, I already have, but I just got to put it on the branded content. So I had of those, I technically have all of them, but I obviously you said it works best if it's on the picture,
Right.
or if it's coupled with the photo that has me or my book or whatever else with it, as opposed to them being separate.
Definitely. All right.
And I'm
And
sure the caption has the call to action, and I'll make sure the image has the website on it. That way they don't have to read the caption to see the link.
right, right. And yeah, I like the way you said that too because the stats they kind of create like more of an alarm in your head when you
Right.
see the numbers that contributes to you being more likely to actually take the call to action that the entrepreneur, whoever it is trying to get you to do.
Hmm.
All right, next, create and post branded relevant photo shoots. And your photo shoots are top notch. All right, I see your IG, and your photos are high quality. So, do you have an idea on which pictures you'll go with to be what represents your brand?
I didn't pick the specific pictures from the photo shoot, but I got all the pictures. I have all the pictures from the photo shoot. I just got to select which ones have the spacing and everything for text to go on.
Cool. All right. Next, we have get featured on a podcast.
Yeah, I've been on mad podcasts.
You've been on a lot of podcasts and you've recommended a lot of podcasts to me as well, which I've been able to recommend to other clients as well. So go ahead and tell us some of the podcasts that you plan on getting featured on, sharing some of the podcasts as well.
Well, I would just do a victory lap and just go right back to all those other podcasts because they likely got more viewers than they had last year when I was on them.
Mm,
Uh, but the main one I know there's two specific episodes or podcast interviews I did after I started the branding for negotiation and making that the main focus for customer acquisition. And that was the Thinking Project with Dalton Jensen and Urban XTV with Malcolm Bowser or Browser. I think it's Bowser. Um, but
Bowser.
I would just use both of them or either or depending on you know who I'm showing it to. So if I'm using Instagram, then I'm probably using the Urban XTV. If I'm on LinkedIn, I'm probably using the Thinking Podcast just from the vibe and the names.
Nice. Okay. And those are two really great podcasts. All right. So now we're moving on to, oh no, last but not least on social media is repurposing content. So, the one thing that a lot of coaches, my coach as well, and my mentors really, pound into my head is repurposing content, which I pass on to my clients as well. And within our consultation, within this call, you're really great at coming up with content, especially when we were talking about articles. You already were able to list out what you want the articles to have, what stories you want to tell, and those can be repurposed and reused in your newsletters, in your text list, your mailing list. So yeah, I mean, you can tell me what other ways you plan to repurpose your content, but that's definitely a key way to build brand authority and just, being able to not get overwhelmed. So, one thing I like to do is write my articles as well as record them. So, I already wrote out the content and then I get to record it to provide audio and visual and along with text. And that's literally three ways of utilizing the same content. And I recommend that to my clients as well. But I would love to know, what other ways with the articles that you would be interested in repurposing your content.
Yeah, well, luckily I got the inside scoop on how I'm supposed to operate. So once I get the articles done, I'll do a video, pretty much reading it and discussing it, and then I'll do the article. I'll turn the article into the video. I could strip the audio from it, right, and just put
Yep.
it on a picture and let it play. Um,
Absolutely.
and,
Absolutely.
the last way I thought about using it was for using content from it in like newsletters or text messages, just telling people, "Hey, check out this article." Because
Mm-hmm.
in the article, I'm always gonna have like a link to my website or something.
Yes. Nice. Perfecto. All right. Professionalism. Okay, so you want to choose and use a consistent brand message and slogan. Do you have a consistent brand message and slogan?
Yeah, that's I'm Trevor Casberry, CEO of Casberry Consulting, or sometimes I'll just say, author of the For the Hustler book series, depending on what I'm promoting. And
Mm-hmm.
follow that with I'm Trevor Cass. No, actually no. I usually do. I'm Trevor Casberry, the negotiation engineer, and I
Mm-hmm.
teach entrepreneurs and executives how to think like an engineer and negotiate contracts.
Mm, I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
I used to say, CEO of the company or author of the book, but if they don't know the
Hmm.
company of the book, it's a waste. So
Right.
the negotiation engineer. At some point, I'll just trademark that because I know that's one of your things on your list.
It sure is, actually. It sure is. It's coming up. We on the first one. It's number five. All right. So the second one is add a complete email signature. Do you have a complete email signature? Name, title, company info, and logo.
Yeah, I don't have the logo on my mobile one, but I have it on the desktop one. I just had to figure out how to get the logo on the mobile. Thing.
Signature. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a logo on my signature
This the
either.
professional piece, right? Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Right.
Yes. All right. Next is join an industry organization.
Yes,
And
I remember we talked about this one.
yes, so I had a hard time, but I did find one. Um, but it was pretty tough trying to figure out what organizations. So I want to know if you have any organizations that you're interested in joining, that's beneficial, or part of your industry.
Yes, I remember you saying it could either I should have one. You always say have more than one option, right? But
Right.
it should be either a organization that is full of people in my industry or full of a bunch of my clientele. So as far as people in my industry, it would be like business consultants and coaches and stuff. What organization really, has that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know yet. Like there's ones that I thought of that are just popular, but they really just like, all right, so basically there's like, actual organizations, like the American Heart Association or something like that,
Yep.
right? But then
Right.
you actually just so it stays in the realm. So you probably got like, I don't know, the New York accounting association or something like that, right? I don't know if
Right.
that I'm sure there's something like that, right? But then
Right.
you'll also have like, let's say an accountant coach or something like that online that teaches people how to get more clients and stuff like recession proof, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
that's like one of the online communities where they help people come in and find different ways to make money or be coaches. But I don't know that joining recession proof, one of those like online communities or even like, Myron Golden's Bible Success Academy and stuff like that. Because I've
Mm-hmm.
been in challenges, but I don't know that staying in the community necessarily gives me brand authority
Authority.
unless I'm, seen at the events alongside or shoulder to shoulder with the leaders of the with the Myron Goldens or the rest of them. But
Right.
if I'm just in the organization, it's not like I could be like, oh, I'm a member of this organization and people just know what I'm talking about.
Mm.
Or immediately think, oh, he knows what he's doing. So because of that, I had to look for a project management one, and I think we both found the same one, which was
Yeah.
the Project Management Institute.
Institute. Yep. Project Management
Right.
Institute.
So at least from there, my clients, which would be project managers or managers altogether, would see
Hmm.
me like, okay, he does understand what I go through as a manager because he's part of the Project Manager Institute or he has whatever certification. Oh no, we
Right.
took an organization, so it'd be like
Yeah.
he is
Organization.
Project Manager Institute like me, so I know he has all these resources that I have, so he probably knows what I'm going through. As far as a organization for like coaches and consultants, I don't know that
Yeah.
a legitimate one exists. I say legitimate meaning like from a brand authority perspective. Um,
Yeah. I
so
have to agree.
I'm lost there, but I would just find more industry organizations to join. At some point, as we spoke about before, I plan on getting into mergers and acquisitions. So
Hmm.
once I'm there, I'd likely join. Once I'm there, I'd likely join some sort of mergers and acquisitions organization just to be able to network in that industry because it's not like that's an industry I worked in, as a 9 to 5.
Got you. Okay. All right. Well, that's amazing. And as we continue to work with you, we'll also, continue to see what comes up, what organizations pop up,
Right.
and see, which one will actually be beneficial for your brand authority.
Yeah, I wish there was just a business coaches of America or something.
Association. Right. Right. All right. What is next? All right. Next is complete industry relevant certification slash license.
Right. So obviously there's not one for business coaching or negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
There's trainings, but I haven't found an actual certification. But since I do work in like operations and management, I know in the very near future, because I already bought the course, I'll be getting my Lean Sigma 6 green belt, and that'll really give me the authority from an operations perspective,
Mm-hmm.
and understanding like the intricacies of each department of a project or a bid. So that'll help me just from a his analytical perspective. As far as from a he can help me with my business perspective because outside of negotiating, I'm really big on the step by step. How exactly does the client get their product? How exactly do you receive your money? How exactly does
Yes.
the vendor
The
receive it?
logistics.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because
Yep.
I'm really big on that, I think the Lean Sigma 6 certification will give me that brand authority when I'm speaking on that part and I talk about being diligent in those little micro areas of the whole operation. But as far as like simply only negotiating, I don't know of a certification that that's for that. There's not even really a
You're gonna
sales.
have to create
Right.
it.
There's not even really a sales certification, and the difference is for something to be an actual certification, that means there's got to be organizations that are publicly coming out and co-signing it and saying
Yep.
we want people that have this. You got to have research studies, so that's like a
Hmm.
long drawn out problem. I
Yeah.
mean, long drawn out process. I know some people just give you a certificate and call it a certification, but that's
Yeah.
how it goes legally.
Yes. And of course, I know once you get your Lean Sigma 6, you'll add that to your LinkedIn. You'll add that to your
Yeah,
appropriate pages.
yeah, because you see for engineering like on LinkedIn, I got the nice set 3 on there.
I did see that. Yep.
I'll just have to figure out if I want to keep them both or if I'll only do the Lean Six Sigma. And that'll
Mm,
probably just depend on if I continue working in construction or not.
gotcha. Maddie, that's too loud. Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. So next is trademark your brand name and logo. Have you
Right.
trademark your brand?
I have Castleberry. Well, I have the name Castleberry trademarked with my. It's like it's is slash was a personal logo, with the Mansa Musa Castleberry, but I like that's the logo that I literally never use. Um,
Mm,
so I mean, it's it, it's kind of being wasted right now, honestly,
okay.
because that's not nothing about that says the negotiation engineer, right?
Right.
Even when you think engineer, you think a hard hat and maybe a
A vest, one of those
right, or
construction vests.
somebody might even think like a design engineer, like a
Oh
hard
yeah.
and
Right.
a shirt and tie in the office. But
Right.
'cause that's how you know who's the engineer on the construction site. The dude with the hard hat and a suit on. So,
Definitely.
but I would say at some point I have to brand. I mean, I have to trademark the negotiation engineer. But
Okay.
I haven't started selling a product with that name on it. Um, so it would literally just cost me more to trademark it, and just means I don't really have to trademark it right now.
I agree. And you smart enough to, trademark it and monetize it. So you're good there. All right. Next, create and use slash wear branded merchandise. So, Mr. Castleberry, do you have any merchandise in mind that you can sell with your brand?
Yeah, so we talked about this too because most people just go clothes, but I just really don't want to do clothes. Um,
I know. And I
yeah.
agree with you on the clothes part. Although we see you a lot with your polo shirts. They look really, really good on you. I can understand why you wouldn't want to have
No,
that
so
stuff.
I got a cast. I have like 4 Castleberry.com polo shirts, but they're not the best quality polo shirts, so they look big and boxy. And I weighed a lot more when I got them, so like they probably swimming on me now. So if let's say I had like a client or something that just made really good, really high quality, soft polo t-shirts, then I make something happen with them. But until then, I'm not doing clothes.
Right,
As far as clothes, there's nothing I really wear because I'm not about to just throw it on a sweater. At least no time soon. But
right.
um, I am willing to do. We talked about my books, so I could just like every time I'm on video, make sure as I introduce myself, I'm showing my books. Um,
Definitely.
Another thing I could do is have the logo print out behind me. So obviously I'm in the office now, but
Hmm.
like the same way you have your paintings behind you, I could have
Yep,
a print out of either my logo or my quote or whatever there.
definitely.
And the last thing we wrote was the last thing I came up with, which I still have to close the deal, is a fragrance. Um,
Mm,
At first, I was going to try and do a candle with a client. I still want to do it, but that won't be something that I'm easily able to just do in my videos because it just doesn't fit my brand of lighting a
mm.
candle. I'm talking.
Right.
But the cologne, I could make that work. So I would do a fragrance, the printout behind me, and then my books.
Yes, I think the printout of the quotes is going to be really, really awesome. And we're working on just having someone design Kenya. We both went to high school with her, but she does things like this. So we'll talk about that another time. All right. Now we're on to a website, which is the last section to complete the I'm a Coastal Brand Authority checklist.
My
All right.
specialty.
Use a custom branded domain name and email address. Do you have a custom branded domain name and email address?
Yep, I got Castleberry.com, and my email address is trev@castleberry.com.
Nice.
And my membership thing is castleberrysuccess.com.
Beautiful. All right. Okay. Have you optimized your website SEO keywords and copywriting?
Yes, the 3 keywords are negotiation, partnerships, and collaborations. They should be on like each page at least like 3 times each. But I'll likely try and go back in there, just when I'm bored and see if I could just find ways to switch up sentences and add them in there more. Like when I used to do it
Nice.
for clients, I used to try and like if they had 2 keywords, I would try to like figure out a way to get both in every single section on the page. So like the
Nice.
header, the if there's a picture and I put a description, I put one of the words in there. So I'll go back and redo that. But as far as SEO, I have it. Even my all the titles from the titles I made up for the articles even have
Mm,
negotiation. It has the word negotiate, collaboration, and partnership in it. So I actually got
nice.
the words are negotiate, partnerships, and collaboration.
Okay. Beautiful. All right. And have you optimized your website's Google search results? So your
Yes.
service, brand name, industry ranking.
Yeah. So the wild part about that is recently now they have it at least on like I know on Microsoft Word when you copy and paste the link it won't show the link anymore. It'll show the title of that page like literally
I
the
have
search.
noticed that.
Right. So like I feel like I noticed it like 2 weeks ago. So
Right.
like it's just funny. As soon as I seen your thing, boom, a week later, Microsoft Word starts that. So once
Mm,
I saw that, it made me go back and change my stuff.
nice. Cool. All right, Trev. And next is sending offers and updates to your email and phone list consistently. How are you with your phone list and your email list and sending them offers consistently? Not only offers,
Uh,
but just even motivation. Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
I'm not doing it currently. I did set it up for I'm a Costa though, so I do have a plan, in place. So I'll just follow the same format. Once people opt in, they get. I think for yours, I don't. I think we did 2 weeks where every other day they got an email and a text, email, text, email, text, or they
Yep.
just alternate days. So I'll
Hmm.
probably do something similar. When they opt in, they get that. When they actually buy the book, they get that. And when they actually buy into my negotiation training, they get that. Um,
Nice.
so yeah.
Nice, nice. And that
And I
helps with
do it for the membership as well.
nice. Okay, right. And you have quotes, you have content. So I'm just glad that you're setting that up. You already have a plan.
I'm glad you
Um
reminded me of that because
yeah, yeah.
I'm thinking like, what the heck am I going to tell these people every other day for a month?
Right. But once you write the articles, you'll already kind of have them ready too on what you're going to be sending them.
Yeah.
All right. Now, last but not least is creating a membership community. Do you have a membership community?
Yeah, the Castleberry Success Academy, which you
Nice.
are a part of.
Absolutely, I am, and I have content in Castleberg Success Academy. All right, Trev, that's the I'm a coastal brand authority checklist right there. Very thorough. And your ideas are fantastic. Obviously, you have Amakosua as a resource for all of your writing and publishing needs, as well as your social media websites and professionalism. Do you have
Right.
any questions?
Yes. So like I wrote down all the ideas for all of this stuff, but like I'll be busy. So I know you
I
say you
know.
have your team, right? articles, but can they do like all the other stuff? Like obviously they probably can't take pictures or Photoshop pictures of me with my real name, right? But
Right.
like, do you have people on your team that'll do LinkedIn for people, that'll edit social media handles, that'll maybe they won't go live for me, but go live with me just so I don't got to do it talking into a camera lens. What else we got here? Do you have people that can create the images for me? I mean, actually, I got somebody that can do that. But do you have somebody? Do you have
Yes. The answer
if
is yes to every
okay?
single question. The answer
So
is yes.
everything on the list. If I wasn't able to do it, you have somebody that can do it.
100%. Everything that we listed, everything that we gone through. If you don't have someone to do that, we have someone to do that for you and or with you. And yeah, literally every single thing that we have listed, we have someone here on the I'm a Coastal team to help.
Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna be using your team to save me some time and energy.
Oh yes, some time, energy, peace of mind. All right, Trev, that's it.
All
That's
right, that was
it.
that's 45 minutes. And,
That
like you
was
on time with the 45 minutes.
facts. Facts.
All
At
right,
least we know now that it is gonna take that long. Minimum
absolutely.
too. Yeah,
All right. Well, thank you.
of
So
course,
from
handsome.
from from here, I guess I'll just reach back out to you. From here, I guess I'll just reach back out once I'm ready for y'all to get started on stuff for me, or once I have everything, all the plans put in motion. I just reach back out to you to start everything.
Yep. And whatever articles you need written, we're here to help and assist. As along with everything else like website professionalism, social media.
Gotcha. And I know since I'm a partner, I got special pricing privileges, so I won't ask your price since it probably will change by the time this video come out. Um,
Yep.
we could just end it here, and then you could tell me the price off the camera.
All right.
Uh,